So we've gotten to the point here where I put some of the gold nuggets on here. And when you put the gold nuggets on here, they're going to be a little bit smaller than the 4mm beads, but that's okay. It actually comes out really cool. So you just keep going like you were, and just make sure that the thread, because they're a little bit smaller, you're going to have to make sure that you pull the thread specifically on all these so it doesn't get too loose. Okay, here's a good example of a knot. And I think if you've gotten this far, 22 inches, you've probably dealt with a couple of these. So here's what I do. I try and go backwards in time. If that doesn't work, I try to pull very gently and shake it out, and usually it just shakes out. Did you see that? Okay, so big news. We are at the stage where we've beaded all the way down to the edge of our board. So in pregnancy terms, we'd be entering the second trimester. In jewelry terms, we'd be a third of the way done. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the tape off at the top. I don't want you to get confused. So I'm really taking baby steps with you here, because little things like this, you get here and you'll be like, what am I supposed to do now? Although intuitively you probably know, but I'm going to show you anyways. So now, since we've gotten all the way to the end, you're going to pull it up. All the way up. Right there. You're going to use the same piece of tape, so you don't take the pretty stuff off the leather. And you're going to tape it down, secure it. And you can do the same at the other end. And then keep going, because you are birthing a baby bracelet. See? Okay, so we're getting down to the last couple of beads, and I'm going to show you how to finish off the bracelet so it won't ever break and will be something that you can wear for a long time. So here we go. Let's get this going here. There we are. Okay, so see how I've laid this out here? So I'm almost to 32. I meant to stop earlier, but I would say probably one more bead. So if you can see that, you want to be right at 32. I'm telling you, that's the sweet spot, okay? You want to be right at 32. That is a very good spot for people who have, it will fit people who have very small wrists, like myself, small-wristed lady, or people who have a little bit bigger wrists, because you are going to do the openings. So I'm going to do the last one here. You make it any bigger, people with small wrists won't be able to wear it, and it will hang on their wrist weird. So if you've gone too far, just go back and take it out. They're easy to take out. If you find that you've gone to like 33, just undo it. It's really easy. So let's make sure that's 32, and let's make sure that's 32. Yeah, that's 32. Okay, so that's the last bead. So here's how you finish this off. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this as succinct as possible. So you want to make sure that all your beads are good. I usually roll down with my fingers, just roll them down so they kind of settle in. I take the needle and I go under the last bead. So you're going to go under the left hand, your left hand piece of leather, and you're going to re-thread the bead another time. So you've already threaded it once, putting it in there, and now you're going to go back through it. Some beads are a little tough to do this with, but usually I can get them through anything. So you're going to bead this through, and then I hold on to it because it can become a mess, and then you can get bubbles or whatever in the thread. So I hold it, pull it through, and pull it tight. like so. Then I do 2 knots. So I'll take this around, go under, and like I said, I hold it because I didn't do the thread correctly, so I have a little bit excess on one of them. So then I do that, use my fingernail, then I'll do one more, go through, hold it, pull it up, make sure all the threads together till the very last end, and then push it down, pull it with my fingers. Then you want to take some scissors and cut it up at the top about, I don't know, 6 inches or something. Take the tails, split them in 2, tie another knot. I just like to tie lots of knots, and then I'll tie another knot, just for good luck. Then you're going to take the tape off. And now you're going to make a knot right here. Okay? So I make sure that the both of the pieces of leather are equal, like one's not sliding over. It makes for a nicer knot. So try and knot that as far down towards the bead as possible without pushing the beads out of the way, okay? Do you see that? I didn't force it on the bead, but it's also not right on top of it, and it's not way above it either, okay? And then you want to pull that taut. Then you look at your button and you say, okay, how much room do I need? Then you're going to make another knot. Make sure the button can go in there. You'd be surprised. Now these do stretch out a bit, so but you do want it to go in there pretty easily, because when you're screwing around with stuff on your wrist, it's a real pain if you can't get this stuff in. So that fits. So I'm going to pull that taut, and then I'm going to make another one. And you know what? I almost cut this, or the 2 meters is almost too short for this. I mean, I would probably cut 2.5 meters, or just a little bit more than 2 meters, because do you see this? We need a little bit more to make a 3-hole one. I might be able to make it work. I might not. Let's see if I can do it. This is when you need some needle nose pliers, and you pull these through. So a little bit more than 2 meters would be good, which is a bummer, because then I'll have to go up, fix that in the beginning of the video. So thought for sure this would work, but all right. Well, look, it worked. It worked. You just have to use a pair of needle nose and then stretch it. See, work with it, because leather's really, malleable. So that actually worked. You can use 2 meters. Go ahead and do it. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to get your hypo cement. You get this at Michael's. So you're going to glue all the knots and all of the thread down. So we glued this already, but we didn't glue the back side right here. See that? We didn't glue that part. So we're going to glue that. So you don't even have to push on this hypo cement. You'll see it just comes gushing out. It's a little bit obnoxious, but it's the best cement that I have used. I also like to put a little bit on the first bead, just to keep it in place. I mean, you don't want to go crazy and have glue everywhere, but also you want to make sure your stuff stays. So some people don't like to use the glue. I don't think it matters. I don't know. Mine look pretty good, and I use glue all the time. So then you want to glue. So you want to glue this last one here. This is an important one. See that one with the knots? You want to put a little bit more glue on that one than you would on other ones, because that one is going to get trimmed, but that's what's holding your whole bracelet together. So you want to glue that one. You glue that one. Then you're going to go inside the knot and stick some glue in there. That's why this is so great, is because it has that the edge there that will go in there. And then I usually just go around and I get some right in the knot too. And then go do the second one and the third one, and then wait for it to dry. I don't know, about an hour. You can wait like a half an hour if you want, if you really want to wear it right then. I would wait at least 15-20 minutes. Just make sure you've glued it so it reinforces the buttonhole and reinforces the knot. Very nice. Okay. Then we're going to trim it, and I'm going to show you how it looks, and then we're going to be done. Voila. Now we are going to trim. You're going to take this beautiful bracelet you just made, and you're going to trim. You're going to trim those little tiny threads off, okay? So when you trim these, you want to get right up to the edge there. I haven't waited for that to dry, but this side's dry. You can get these at Michael's as well, bead landing. I don't know. They're not the best. They work for me. I wish I'd gotten some other ones. Also with other tools, if you're really going to get into jewelry, if you don't have a ton of money to spend at Michael's, you can always go to Home Depot and get like basically the same set. I think it's $9.99. So you want to trim right at that knot right there. You don't want to trim the knot off. You just want to trim right at the knot, okay? So get it right here. Trim that one. Trim that one, and then I just push it back down because I didn't wait for it to dry. But if you wait for it to dry, it'll be fine. And then you can, when this dries a little bit more, you can actually go back in and trim the little pieces that you think are hanging out. I mean, this is not bad, but I like to finish them off a little bit better than that. So I'll go back and fix that before I put it up for sale. I don't know what you guys used. Erg. But here's what it looks like on. I usually tell people too, when they buy these, just cut off the leather you don't need. So, I mean, just cut it off. People are always like, what do I do with the leather? I'm like, cut it off. You don't need it. It's okay. Let it go. So you just run your hands down. Here's how you put these on. I'm surprised at how many people don't know how to put these on. A lot of people are like, I don't get it. And then I say to them, well, it's really easy. You just do it like this. You hold it with the button here, and then you wrap it around your wrist. Hence the name leather wrap, I believe. And then you're going to want to put it through the buttonhole. And then we're going to have the big reveal. There we go. That looks freaking awesome. We did a good job. Very complimentary to the other one I have on as well. So if you would like to purchase this beautiful bracelet, you can on my website. Or you can make your own. But I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I'll try and answer them. Other than that, you can go to my website, floridabeads.com, and I hope you have a good day. Peace out. Just FYI, ragdolls are the best cats in the world.